Good morning, everyone. And today, the election results are still not out. The counting is still going on, and you can look over here. Biden is standing at 264 electoral votes. He just needs six more to win, and Trump is still at 214. He's taking the lead in a lot of states, but definitely a lot of these are going to flip. I do have expectations, and let's hope that it keeps going this way. But regardless, there's things that you need to know, and this is exactly why this video is being made. I know a lot of you talked to me about this on Instagram, and you were interested in knowing what does immigration look like under Joe Biden. There's a lot of changes that Joe Biden has promised us, promises that he's made to all the immigrants all over the world, and that's why people are looking forward to him being elected. So today we're just going to go over all of these promises. I'm going to talk to you about exactly what's he been promising. Whether he completes it or not is going to be the question. It's going to be hinging on whether he actually becomes the president first off, and secondly whether he keeps his word. But these are the things that he has promised us. So let's talk about these first. We'll basically go over this thing first. That you all already know that Trump is against immigration. He does not think it is good for the country at all. However, arguing in the benefit of the economy, Biden places immigration as central to American competitive advantage, charged in spirit of entrepreneurship and innovation. So Biden is definitely all for immigration. Of course, there needs to be a balance. I'm sure he's aware of it. But at the same time, at least he's not as against it as Trump has been. For the last 4 years, the building of the wall, that's where taxpayer money is going. Mostly, Trump is building this wall, and you already know this has been in his campaign since his 2016 election as well, and he has continued to throw in money over there, and that's what Biden is also planning to stop. Okay, so let's go over the changes. So reverse Trump's public charge rule. That's what is likely to happen. That's what Biden is claiming. Okay, the public charge rule has been interpreted as reducing the number of people eligible for green cards and other visas and redefining entitlement to government benefits. Biden, in contrast, argues that by reversing this policy, America will once again be characterized as the land of opportunity, open and welcome to all, and not just limited to the wealthy. Okay, so that's one thing that Biden is interested in doing. Remember, if you guys are international students, there's something that's coming that's very, very important in this video. It's towards the end of it, but I want you to watch all the changes that are being mentioned over here, because this is extremely important for you guys. Okay, because not only are you going to be international students, let's say that even if you are a student today, in the next 3-4 years, you're also going to be looking for H-1Bs, you're going to be looking for green cards. So all of this is important to you. Trust me, it's relevant. Keep watching. Okay, now, ending the national emergency that calls for building a wall again. Instead of using taxpayer money to build Trump's wall, Biden argues that if elected, his administration will refocus resources to smarter border enforcement efforts, like investing in advanced screening technology at ports of entry, which makes sense to some extent, right? I mean, those ports of entry are where the even when you look at the Mexicans, even where they are entering from a lot of times, and those are what Trump failed to see a lot of times in his campaign. And you could see Mexicans were actually joking about this all the time. So Biden is actually focusing resources at the right place, in my opinion. Reinstate DACA. For those of you who are not familiar, DACA is basically deferred action for childhood arrivals, which protects the undocumented immigrants or dreamers that come to the US as children, that came to the US as children, okay, and lived law-abiding lives while contributing to the American economy. So the Trump administration made a decision to terminate DACA, dismantling the roadmap developed for undocumented immigrants. A lot of families were separated. All of this happened. You guys saw it. So this is also what Biden plans to reinstate. He wants to bring back DACA. Okay, so that's one more thing that you guys should know. The other thing is rescind the Muslim travel ban. Biden's campaign stated that Trump administration's anti-Muslim bias not only hurts the economy and American values, but also serves as a powerful terrorist recruiting tool, labeling it as abuse of power by President Trump in an attempt to target black and brown Muslims. So Biden says that he's going to rescind this Muslim ban that's been going on. A lot of countries that President Trump has banned. Okay, let's take a look at the next one. This is hold immigration and customs enforcement accountable. So ICE, recently you've seen that ICE has been doing a lot of things to create trouble, not only with the international students, H-1Bs, both of these, they have been doing a lot of stuff. Why do you think that's happening? The charges for the visas are increasing at the same time, ICE, all these activities going on, making the lives of immigrants difficult. No doubt it's because of the one man that has been president for the last 4 years that the country has taken a very negative outlook towards immigration. So that's one thing that you're going to be seeing a change. And under Trump, there has been media coverage of ICE ruthlessly separating families and keeping immigrant children in detention centers, among other humanitarian lapses. Under Biden, if elected, there will be Senate-approved professionals appointed to lead agencies dealing with immigration to ensure humane treatment. So this is humane treatment again, not separating families, not separating children from their parents. All of this is under humane treatment. Okay, so keep that in mind. Then there's the next thing, that's restore naturalization process for green card holders. So naturalization process is essentially when you want to make someone officially a citizen of the United States. So Trump had again temporarily suspended this, the green card process. So that's what Biden is also going to be addressing. Okay, so that's one more good thing for you. And he's also taking a look at the unreasonable fees, which has been recently, you might have heard all the visas and all of these processing fees have been increased. So Biden is also going to be taking a look at that. Okay, so what does this mean for Indian immigration to US? Biden, through his manifesto, argues that if elected, his government will liberalize immigration to US, welcoming immigrants. This could be a game-changing for Indian Americans who have been disproportionately affected by Trump's H-1B visa ban and green card suspension. Biden will support expanding the number of high-skilled visas and eliminating the limits on employment-based visas by country, which create unacceptably long backlogs. So what, I actually made a video on this. If you guys remember, there was, I think, a 7% cap per country that no more than this amount of visas can go to one country, people from one country. Now because of that, there's a 200 year waiting time on the H-1Bs right now, and on the green cards right now. That's EB-1, EB-2, EB-3, all of these categories. So over here you can see at present there's a total annual cap on green cards available for Indians, and that is 20,000 people, leading to wait times that stretch across decades. Okay, if elected, Biden's manifesto states that he will work with Congress to increase the number of visas, which is actually something that should have been done, given that the last time I think this immigration law was written was in 1924 or something. Since then there have been no changes. Okay, the number of visas awarded for permanent employment-based immigration may increase. Okay, in addition, and this is really important, this is for all the international students out there or people who are prospective international students. This is really important for you guys. Foreign graduates of a US doctoral program, that's PhD programs, if you do one of those in the US, then you should be given a green card with your degree. That's what Biden has a thinking, that as losing these highly trained workers to foreign economies is a disservice to our own economic competitiveness. So people who have PhDs, or are in STEM degrees, Biden believes that these people should be exempt from visa caps, and they should be able to apply directly, without any country-based cap or anything like that affecting these people. I think if this gets enforced, I think there's literally no other country as good as the US to go to for your higher education. That's why I keep saying, I think it's going to be a very good next 4 years. If Biden is elected, things can take a turn for the positive for you guys. Again, this has two perspectives. The American worker might not like this at all. So yeah, we have to keep in mind that perspective as well. So there has to be a balance. I'm sure Biden will be obeying that balance as well. He has to keep the people of his country happy as well, but at the same time he has to make sure that the country's economy also grows. So he's interested in keeping people who are highly skilled. So keep that in mind as well. Okay, so I think he would definitely be much more of a mature candidate for the presidency, in my very opinion. Okay, cool. So these are the things that I wanted to talk to you about. I think these are definitely going to have a huge impact on your future as well. If you are planning to go to the United States for studying, for working, whatever it is, whether you're staying with your family right now, families that have been separated, a lot of things have been going on for the last few years that are definitely, you know, to be looked down upon. But I think that you do have a positive outlook right now. You should have, at least, given this, you know, the way that the election is going right now. Hopefully things will take a turn for the positive. Again, you know, even if you're an American citizen watching this, you know, I want to make it very, very clear, we're not the enemy. We're just people who want to, you know, give in our 100% to the American economy as well. Even if we move over there to work, to do anything, like, we're very interested in paying our taxes. We're very interested in, you know, working hard and earning our keep. Okay, so hopefully this kind of helps in any way. I just wanted to make sure you're notified, you're aware. A lot of research goes into this process. You know, I actually go ahead, read 3-4 of these articles every single day. So what I want you to do is, if you appreciate the effort, click the subscribe button, subscribe to the channel, and give me a thumbs up. I'll see you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching this video. Have a good day. Bye.